Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Top Tories are bracing to be swept away in Keir Starmer's red tide today as election results roll in. Moments after ballot stations closed at 10 p.m., the dramatic exit poll was released, showing Sir Keir winning 410 of the 650 seats. That would be a majority of 170, just short of the 179 achieved by Tony Blair. The Tories are expected to be slashed from the 365 secured less than 5 years ago to just 131, their worst performance in modern political history. A host of big beasts, including Jeremy Hunt, Grant Shapps and Penny Mordaunt, could fall victim to the purge. Welsh Secretary David Davies has already conceded defeat, and the Lib Dems claim they have defeated Education Secretary Gillian Keegan in Chichester. Mr. Sunak is expected to announce he is quitting as leader in the morning, although he would stay on until a replacement is chosen. In the first tangible evidence of the hammering, Labour's Heidi Alexander took ex-cabinet minister Robert Buckland's Swindon South seat with a 9,000 majority. Altogether, the Lib Dems are projected to get 61 MPs. And Nigel Farage's reform insurgents could have 13 after effectively leeching millions of votes from the Conservatives. That could include Mr. Farage himself taking Clacton, while Conservative sources in Great Yarmouth confirmed they expected reform to triumph there. The SNP would be slashed to 10, meaning they would no longer be the biggest party in Scotland. Although the exit survey, run for broadcasters by polling guru Sir John Curtis, is not guaranteed to be exact, it has accurately reflected the outcome in the past few elections. Sir Keir gave a muted reaction to the bombshell, posting on social media, "To everyone who has campaigned for Labour in this election, to everyone who voted for us and put their trust in our changed Labour Party, thank you." But his allies were far less restrained, with Lord Mandelson gloating that he was gobsmacked and an electoral meteor had struck planet Earth. He said it would have required a Superman to save the Tories, and Rishi Sunak is not Superman. Deputy Labour leader Angela Rayner, who could be set to become Deputy PM within hours, said the numbers were encouraging and praised Sir Keir's leadership. Shadow Health Secretary Wes Streeting was in tears as he was told the figures on live TV. Tories immediately descended into bitter recriminations, with demands for Rishi Sunak to quit. A former cabinet minister, who regards their own significant majority as under threat, said Mr. Sunak had knifed Boris Johnson and would be remembered as the worst PM ever. But Sir Robert gave a stark warning against the Tories lurching to the right, saying the party risked being like bald men fighting over a comb if it treated politics as performance art and tried to outflank reform. In other rollercoaster developments tonight, less than an hour before the exit poll dropped, Downing Street released a dissolution honours list, sending 7 Tories and 8 Labour politicians to the Lords. They include Theresa May, Rishi Sunak's chief aide Liam Booth-Smith, Chris Grayling and former 1922 committee chair Graham Brady. Harriet Harman and Margaret Beckett are among those on the Labour list, despite Sir Keir having committed to abolishing the upper house. Several frontbenchers could lose their seats, according to the exit poll. A dire campaign for Mr. Sunak came stuttering to a halt last night, with the PM making a series more defensive visits in the southeast. He now faces the prospect that he could be out of Downing Street by tomorrow morning, if the results pan out as badly as anticipated in the coming hours. Former Scottish Conservative leader Ruth Davidson told Sky News that it looked like a massacre. A host of big beasts including Mr. Hunt in Godalming Ash and Mr. Shapps in Welwyn Hatfield will now be waiting nervously to see if they fall victim to the Labour and Lib Dem onslaught. There are fears those with the highest majorities could end up most vulnerable, with Home Secretary James Cleverly and even ex-PM Liz Truss thought to be at risk. The Tories could quickly plunge into a dangerous new phase of crisis, with questions over whether it can even survive amid the challenge from reform. Sir John Curtis told the BBC, "It looks as though reform may win more seats than many polls suggested. This is largely because, not